Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Behind the Scenes and Convos, where we talk about music production, audio production, and moments in between. In this series of episodes, I've been talking about the process of my recent EP, No Words Nostalgia, and it's been going great. We have over 7 to 8 episodes already out there, so if this is your first episode, go back and check the other episodes. Today, I have the foundation of the rhythm section, Funk Master, my good friend, my Mississippi brother, Ray Bradford. Let's get into it. Ray,
What's up, man?
what's good with you, bro?
Not much, bro. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, dude. Feeling good. You got the fro out this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Letting it grow. Real 70s like, man.
Man, you still on the high, right? Didn't your high school win?
Yeah, man. We won back in the beginning of December. We won state, beat Hattiesburg High,
All right, man.
I had to tell them. They wouldn't believe me. When nobody down here believe me. I was torn a little bit, because I've been in Hattiesburg now for probably about since 2007. So that's like
Man, that's crazy.
16 years, but 16, 17 years now. So I was a little torn, but I had to go with the hometown. Had to.
Man, they look good too, dude. Well, through you, I was just kind of checking in on the posts, and man, yeah,
Yeah.
they like, remember South Panola?
Come on, that's what we got. The funny thing, you mentioned South Panola.
Yeah,
Our head coach coached at South Panola.
got you. That's
And
crazy.
then like one of the dudes who over it was the actual head coach for he like I want to say like the offensive coordinator or just like a correspondent or something, but he
Yeah,
was the head coach when doing that run what Sapano was running
man.
up there. He was the head coach. So
Man, I just remember those dudes. When I had first heard of South Panola, I was probably in the ninth grade. We had a basketball tournament, and it was like a county tournament.
mhm.
And I want to say Hattiesburg was playing South Panola that year. And the school that we were playing at, they had the game going in like one of the rooms. It might have been the concession or whatever. And I looked at that TV dude, and no lie, this dude was running the ball, and one of the DBs from Hattiesburg, it was Hattiesburg, I remember now. DB came up on the running back, bro, and it was like beast mode. That running back stiff on them for like 5 yards, bro. I was like, man, nah, dude. Like, I don't
Yeah,
want to see them. That was like a university back in the day, bro.
yeah, they were different, bro. They were
Yeah.
different.
South
Different.
Nola, man. You helped me with a spark as far as even to do stuff like this, man. But like your social media presence is crazy. It's infectious. Um, but I also see is you shifting a little bit. And I'm seeing you pulling out the axe, man. You got me wanting to like watch and do it with the lead guitar. I'm gonna give me another bass too. What's the shift? What's
Oh,
that?
man, so last year I don't know, man. I felt the podcast like I don't want to say dying, it just was at a very standstill.
Mhm.
And I was like, man, I'm just gonna try it because I've really been running away from talking about bass guitar or music heavy on the podcast because I wanted to show people that it was more to me than just music.
Right.
But I was like, man, at the beginning of December, I'm just gonna take a chance and put out lesson videos. And when I tell you, it's been like the best thing that I've done so far.
Yeah.
Like my channel has grown probably 800, 700 subscribers in a month.
Wow.
Like 15,000 views. Like off 5 videos. Well, now I've released the fifth video today. Uh, so I'm enjoying the switch, man. It's a thing that I'm grateful for that I was running from. I was like, I didn't want to do that because I was talking to Willie the other day, and I was like,
Really?
man, I don't want to do it and hurt the market, and people would be like, hey, man, you giving away free bass lessons, like you hurting the market. But
Mhm.
it's also something that like I guess just the universe is kind of rewarding, God is rewarding. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I
And I,
don't know. That was the thing that made me switch though. It's like, oh man, it's growing. I can do both. I can put out bass lesson videos and hopefully move that to a subscription based thing,
right.
and I can still put out the regular
Hmm.
podcast content. So
So with like a lot of artists too that are working on different projects, they be so heavy focused on this one thing and it's one part of them, and then they wonder why like people don't follow, people don't, it's like we don't know nothing else about you.
right,
This,
right.
so you seem like a robot to people on social media if that's the only thing that you're doing. And to your point, man, it's like I ran away from a lot of that stuff too because I was just like, man, and it's not social media. You really should just use it for what it is, right? You know what I'm saying? You're like you trying to be seen. I'm trying to be seen. You try,
For real.
right? And it could be further from the truth. It's like, well, I kind of do want to be seen because people need to know who I am, um, but not in the way that certain people view it. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, how has it been for just like being from the South or being just kind of where we come from and where music is like when I was in Hattiesburg, dude, like what y'all are doing and what y'all have done in Hattiesburg, I felt like if it was that type of scene when I was there, I probably wouldn't have left like as quick as I did.
Yeah,
Y'all created something in Hattiesburg all the way into New Orleans, pretty much all of the state of Mississippi. Um, that I'd never seen before. I didn't think it could happen because of just everybody so rigid. It's the Bible Belt. You know what I'm saying? It's all of this type of stuff. But how have you been able to like maintain your musicianship in Mississippi?
uh man, this is
And I hate to say it like that's a bad like and I'm not saying that. I'm saying and just let me set that up so nobody won't think I'm just because I love my city, I love my state, but I know that we are good. We some dope musicians from Mississippi because that's all we got to do. It's so
yeah.
it be so boring sometimes. You just be like trying to, but you ain't got nothing else to do. You come back to the instrument. It's that. So it's like I'm not saying that, but it's really not. You have to kind of be very very creative.
Yeah, you can get burnt out easy. You can get burned out easy, or you can like not have the right circle around you. You know that type of stuff. All that stuff can burn you out. But I've been able to keep mine by. I don't know. I think I'm kind of one track minded when it comes to the musician side of things. Like I just know I want to stay creative. I'll do all other type of stuff. I play in a wedding band.
Mhm.
A, a pretty good wedding band as far as like booking and wise and stuff. We kind of stay booked up, so I'll do that. I play at church, of course, and I take the smaller gigs too. I don't turn down smaller gigs. I know I got friends who be like, "Hey man, if it ain't paying such and such, I ain't taking it." But I'll take the smaller gigs too, just to stay active. You know, stay around other people, up and coming people as well. But as far as advancing whatever I'm trying to do, I'm one track minded on that. So I'm always pulling from outside of Mississippi. So
Mhm.
like this jam session that I'm starting this month.
Okay.
I I went to Nashville and went with Josh to a jam session,
Mhm.
and I was amazed at the jam session. So I was like, well, let me try to pull that here. Or
Right.
like I was super when we were building stuff here. I was super influenced by Snarky Puppy, so I tried to pull whatever I can from them and pull it here, or
Mhm.
just the people I look up to. I'm always trying to pull what they have or what they've established, and at least try to get it going here. So
Right.
that helps me stay creative, I guess, in a
That's
sense.
dope, man. That's dope, and it resonates, man. You said '07 you got there.
Mm-hmm.
That was
You did a show, a gospel. I don't want to call. Can I say show?
yeah.
Okay, you did a gospel show at Mount Carmel. This was before they. before they knocked down the smaller temple. You know, the one that was on the side. You know, they had
Uh,
the big.
right, right,
They had
right.
the big sanctuary, but they had the smaller sanctuary.
Chapel.
You did,
Yeah, they call
yeah,
it
in the
chapel.
chapel. You
Yeah.
did one there. You had like Ashley Tate, like Aisha, Reggie.
Hmm.
Y'all had red on. I remember it all, dude.
Yeah.
I remember it, man.
Yeah, man. Kind of like I want to say I moved around that time. I got married in '07. So yeah, I moved maybe in '08. I moved to Meridian. I was talking to Marcus. I called you for something and you was busy. But it was like I don't know of any bass players in Hattiesburg. And Marcus was like, "Man, you didn't call Ray?" I was like, "Dude, but I had been away so long, and I just you know what I'm saying."
Yeah,
And so it's like now I come and I see the past few times I've been to Hattiesburg, I've seen quite a few up and coming bass players. Man, it's like, yo, who's this dude? Like,
yeah,
these little young cats around here, dude. Like
yeah.
some drummers and so definitely like I'm embracing Unc status. You know, I'm embracing it, man. It's like it is what it is, bro. Remember, I hit you up about it the end of 23. And I was just like, I want to do this kind of acoustic thing. He was like, I'm down, let's go.
Yeah, sure.
Um, and then it was like,
January went.
oh man, dude, I was so pissed because I was on my way to Mississippi. I'm told the story. I just talked to Josh about it a minute ago. Told this story a few times. It's like Josh was sick. I don't know if there was some issues with the acoustic bass. I don't know. I think you were
Yeah,
probably on one. You had some issue with the bass.
yeah. I trying to find one. I was having a little trouble, but right at the end, I found one. But I was having a
Yeah.
little trouble at first.
And then Nick had hit me up with the studio he was working out of and said that he's having some issue. His son was sick or something. I was on my way to Mississippi, and the worst storm I've seen in Atlanta since I moved here. And I was
Wow.
like, I'm not going anywhere. Like I turned back around, and then I kind of like for whatever reason I had like this conversation with God. I was just like, no, like you gave me these songs, you gave me this vision, you gave me this approach, and like I wanted it to do it that way.
Mm.
It didn't happen that way, but what time did was allow me to like really look at it from a different lens. We feeling off of each other and just kind of making some magic happen in the studio.
Yeah,
That same type, in my opinion, that same type of magic still translated, even though we did everything remote.
yeah.
What was your process of, recording the song? I'm not a bass player, but I know everybody have a process. Did you clip your nails? Did you, what I'm saying? You like, I want too much of that clipping sound. Normally at this point of the episodes, I will do a cutaway showing the production process and the whole session, but I decided I wanted to do something different. There's going to be a totally separate video for the bass because he did acoustic bass as well as electric, and I want to give adequate time for that. So be on the lookout for that new video. Back to the show. Like, give me your approach, man.
All right. So, man, the biggest part of my approach is I like to listen to the song, and I think this is a crutch of mine. This is a crutch. Like even when I'm learning music, I like to listen to the song like 20 times, 40 times, like before I even play it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I already have I don't have the song memorized off of those listens, but I just now the feel is in my body. Cause I like to match feels as far as like the inner beats. You know what I'm saying? Like 16 notes, the 8 notes. I like to make sure they all match for however you're playing yours on the keys or the horn player or the drummer. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I like to match that. So I wanted to listen to the songs about 20 times. Then I went to the school because I was able to actually use the school bass to record. Uh, Set up,
Mhm.
man. Actually, Mr. Vanilla like blessed me because I was just gonna run straight to the preamp of the bass,
Hmm.
but he blessed me with like a mic. He was like, "Hey man, I see you recording. Like, use this mic too." So like, oh, okay. So now I got a decent setup. And from there, I just played through each song. Uh, I'm not the type that likes to just go through one take.
Hmm.
Cause I know I'm gonna mess up. I know I'm gonna jack up. I know I'm gonna jack up. So it's like I'll do one full take through or two full takes through, and then I go section by section. You
Hmm.
know, so I try to go section by section and make sure that everything is flowing. That the that's my biggest process. I want to make sure that everything feel like it's doing this to the climax of the song, and then once we climax, I can come down as well. So
I
that was my biggest process.
no, no, I ain't want. I know you got more to say, but I wanted to give uh, a term for that because we talked about when I was at Berkeley. That was something heavy that we talked about as far as song form, and the term is drama arc. It's like where the song has its density and where it, you might go to a chorus and the chorus is explosive, but then there was a season where like some choruses or hooks implode, right? They weren't always the loudest part of the song.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Sometimes they implode. So to your point, sometimes and you like that you just did, I do that all the time. It's just
Yeah.
funny because it's like you want to paint a picture, you know. If everything is up here all the time, my sensories become they what's the word I'm looking for?
Overload.
Yeah, it's like overload, but also you're immune to it as well. Like you just like, okay, then it's not doing anything. Then I'll move on to something else. But you want to like with music paint a picture with your instrument.
So that was the biggest thing. So like I want to match the art. Then I know that we were doing stuff remote, so I didn't have. I don't think you sent it with Josh drums
Mm,
on yet. You had your like your rough drums, and
mm,
I just wanted to leave room. That was my whole thing. Like, well, I know this isn't the finished product, so let me leave room for everybody else to do what they can. What they can do, what they feel is a better picture to paint in this space.
right.
So I wanted to leave room. So I tried to be as minimalistic as possible. So if I didn't do it like, I apologize. I apologize on that.
It it was everything. I think there was some things you did, especially on Grab My Soul, where I was like, ooh, I'm doing that. It was a couple of things where it's like you played in the B section. There might have been this walk up that you did on the B section to E, whatever the case may be. It made me go back and play my keys
Oh,
different. It was like, oh, I gotta like there should be some chords moving with that. So
okay.
no, you it was tasteful, man. It was just like everything that you done was in the right place. And again, the the purpose in this EP, or at least my style, at least, like we can flex all over keyboards and riffs and runs, and they're cool in their place. And I still do those things every now and then. But when it's like conversational and you can hear where this bass does this lick and then the guitar player answers. It's again like what we do in church. We call it the call and response, right?
Hmm.
And I love that about music, man. When you hear some people that compose things where it's like everything is not happening all at the same time, but when you hear these certain inflections that just pop out. And again, like for a lot of people that I've talked to that have heard the EP, they're saying like, y'all weren't in the same room. Like, no,
No,
no, not at all, man. Like,
miles apart.
right, exactly. Not in the same room. It's like, but we haven't worked a lot together. But
Yeah,
um, but a lot of people that we do work with or have worked with, it made sense, right?
yeah.
It made sense to me, and it just some stuff just kind of goes without saying. If you're a musician, if you are a producer, um, and you have that mindset, when you start hearing the music, and if it's there, like if all the elements are there, you know, the rest is done. You just know what to do from that space. And then even like you said, man, I'm gonna just lay back right here. Like,
Yeah.
but you didn't lay back, dude. Like you, you threw some stuff up in there. It was like I was like, okay, then yep, I got you. I got you. Well, cool, man. So what's up for 2025 other than what we talked about in reference to, the content? What else you got going on?
Man, so trying to grow the YouTube, that's understandable. But trying to release more music and get people in tune with that side. I guess I need to do it more frequently. It seems now that I release something once every 2 years, but I want to release more music this year. I actually want to find like a band to produce, man. Get my feet wet with producing other people as far,
Mhm.
uh, but like a band that's in the style that I'm in, either funk or like some R&B, neo soul, whatever, something like that.
For sure.
So that's my biggest thing. I would do an artist, but I wanna try a band, like a full. This ain't just a one person thing. It's
Right.
maybe a 5 piece or 6 piece, but that really it for right now, man. I haven't brainstormed everything out for 2025. I kind of feel bad about that, but I haven't. And I know I want to do like two tribute shows. So I want to do like a Parliament and Slide the Family Stone tribute show and a Women of Funk tribute show.
Nice.
So
That's
those the biggest things on my board that I'm trying to do this year, man.
I got a song I want us to co-produce. I want you to help co-produce on, and you probably gonna laugh, but I envisioned this probably 2 years. I've envisioned this song. Um, but I heard you playing the bass and singing the lyrics,
Oh,
and here's the name of the song, and I promise you, I'm not lying when I say this. It's been on my mind for at least 2 years. Um, what the hell you doing with that BBL? I promise, dude. I promise. I promise. It's like just kind of like the parody novelty type thing, but like funky.
yeah, man, that's some Louis Cole Mono Neon stuff right there, man. That's something they'll do, man.
It just for whatever reason, I was like, man, I got it on a voice memo somewhere, and I'm just thinking, envisioning who would do it. If you were one of them,
Dude, I gladly do that.
okay,
I gladly do it. Send it over, bro. Send it over.
I got you, man.
Send it over.
All right, cool. Another great episode. Look, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for liking. Thank you guys for talking about it. Thank you guys for your support. Continue to tell your friends about this channel and what we're talking about and what we're bringing awareness to. Again, we are musicians, we are audio engineers, we are producers, and a lot of times we don't have this outlet or platform to communicate our process. So here it is. All right. So thank you again for watching. See you next time.